In this video, we are going to learn about the unit, the SI unit, which is used for calculating the angles. We have came across when we studied trigonometry, we have came across things like pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, pi by 2, these kind of values instead of like 180 degree, 360 degree, 540 degree. So likewise we are using for 90 degree. So these kind of things we are using in trigonometry while we study. So what is it? We are going to study what is it and what is the use of it and why we are using these kind of notations in trigonometrical function. So this all are called radian. So we are going to see what is radian. So because it is very important to understand the concept under radian, so then it will be easy for you to solve complex questions in the future. So radian. So radian is a SI unit which is used to measure the angle. So we know the angle is used with degrees, like we are saying 30 degree, 60 degree. So this is degree is one of the units, but the SI unit is radian, SI unit. But what we normally use as a unit of angle is degree. But let's see what is the definition of radian and how it can be related with degree. So what is the definition? So let's come to the definition. So 1 radian is an angle made at the center of the circle by an arc whose length is equal to the radius of the circle. So it is in, I will tell you how it is. So 1 radian means an angle made at the center of the circle. Center of the circle is this. 1 radian by an arc whose length is equal. This 1 radian is made with an arc whose length is, let's say this r is the radius of the circle. So this arc also r. So this 1 radian is an angle made at the center of the circle by an arc whose length is equal to the radius of the circle. So you can see this scenario, this is r and the arc also r and this side also r. So it means when this is the case, if any arc which is equal to the radius of the circle, whatever the angle it makes at the center of the circle is called 1 radian. So that is the calculation of 1 radian. Okay, radian unit is notation, unit notation is, you can write RAD, small RAD, or so C, like on the top it's C like this. So radian formula, just derive a radian formula. One radian is an angle made with an arc r. 1 radian is an angle made up with an arc r. R is radius of the circle. So this comes as this says statements from definition of radian. So what about 2 radian? Then if 1 radian is an arc made up with an arc r, then 2 radian is an angle made up with an arc 2r, right? This is logical. And then we can say 3 radian same as made up with an arc 3r, 3 times r. So but we know that the total arc length of the complete circle is 2 pi r. So we know that the total arc length, the complete circumference of the circle, total arc length means length of a circle. Circle means the circumference. So you know what is the formula for that? That is 2 pi r. So if this is 2r arc 1 radian, sorry, r arc 1 radian, 2r arc 2 radian, 3r arc 3 radian. So what is the complete angle value around the center of the circle in radian? So can you tell by logical connection? So yeah, it can be calculated as, like 1 radian. Let's make a logical connection. Let's make a logical connection from the definition of radian. 1 radian is made with an arc r. 2 radian is made with an arc 2r. 3 radian is made with an arc 3r. So what about a complete circle? Means the arc is 2 pi r. So what is the complete angle in radian of a complete, the fullest angle of a circle in radian, which is by using simply logical connection. So it is obvious that 2 pi r divided by r, so which is 2 pi. So the complete angle of a circle is 2 pi radian. So how we derive this? From the logical connections derived from the definition of radian. So actually this 2 pi is going to be 2 pi radian. We can see this is, we know we are normally using the 360 degree, right? What I'm trying to do here is derive an equation which is connecting radian and degree. So pi radian is going to be 360 divided by 2, which is 180 degree. So this is the basic connection for radian and degree. So the conversion, you have to know how to convert from radian to degree and degree to radian. So radian to degree, degree to radian. Since we know this pi radian is 180 degree, to convert from radian to degree, you have to multiply with 180 divided by pi. For converting from degree to radian, you have to multiply with pi over 180 degree. So this is simple as that. So let's find an converting radian to degree. So pi by 2 means what is the degree? So let's calculate, which is pi by 2 multiplied with 180 divided by pi, so which is 90 degree. Pi by 4 multiplied by 180 divided by pi, so it's going to be 45 degree. 7 pi by 6, this conversion is needed when you do the calculation of trigonometry. So 180, that's why we are studying in between. This radian is very important to be explained before we go to the next part. So this pi, and then it's going to be, if you simplify this, it's going to be 210 degree. So we know how to convert from this radian to degree and degree to radian. Now it's time to move on to what we learned from the last session, session 4. So I suggest you to go to those sessions, and coming from the first session, continuously watching these videos series. It will be in series in the future, so then it will be easy for you to understand better. So go to the session 4, and I have explained what are the values easily finding out with cos n phi plus or minus theta, sine cos values, how to find out these values. I have explained this one in the last session, so I suggest you to go to that videos and find out how I explained it. And I recommend you to subscribe to my channel to make sure that you are not missing out anything in the future, because I'm going to post it continuously. This series will be going on on and on, so you will make sure that you are not missing anything in the future. So just subscribe to my channel, and then let's move on to this. Next part will be cos sine n pi by 2 values plus or minus theta values. So those times with the reference angle we found like sine pi plus or minus theta, cos pi plus or minus theta, these kind of things, like sine 2 pi plus or minus theta, cosine 2 pi plus or minus theta. Those kind of values we found out easily in the last session. So in this session we are going to find out easily the values for n pi by 2 plus or minus theta. So here n is going to be 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on. So it's like, let's say sine pi by 2 plus or minus theta, cos pi by 2 plus or minus theta. These values we are going to find, and also 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, in that format. So what is sine? Let's move on to sine pi by 2 plus theta first, then cos pi by 2 plus theta, then sine pi by 2, if you take the minus, it will be minus pi by 2 minus theta, and then cos pi by 2 minus theta. So let's find out easily the values. I already told you, if it's pi coming, pi plus theta, pi minus theta, 2 pi, multiples of like even numbers. If the n is in even number, okay, so pi, 2 pi, 3 pi plus or minus theta, those kind of things, if this is a sine, the value will be sine. If this is the cos, the value will be cos. It will not change the trigonometrical function. So the same function will come when the scenario is pi plus or minus theta, 2 pi, 3 pi, and so on. So in this case, if this is pi by 2, the value is going to be, the multiples of pi by 2, like pi by 2. If you put 3 here, 3 instead of n, 3 pi by 2. If you put 5 instead of n, 5 pi by 2. For those kind of values, the trigonometrical function is going to change. If this is sine, your value is going to be cos. So this is an easy method. If you memorize in this way, it is easy to find out any values of sine and cosine. So it's going to be cos. So for this one, it's going to be pi by 2 means sine, means it's going to be cos. Cosine means it's going to be sine. Cos theta, sine theta. But what is the sine? Plus or minus? We have to find out. This is plus or minus. The value is going to be plus or minus. So we have, in the last video, we have learned how to find out the sine. So all silver teacup. So for the sine value, if this is pi by 2 plus theta, means it's going to be in the second quadrant of the pi by 2 plus theta, means it's going to be in the second quadrant of the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be second quadrant. So second quadrant sine value is positive, so it is positive. And second quadrant, pi by 2 plus theta, cosine value is negative, so it's going to be negative. Come to this pi by 2, the value is going to change. The function is going to change. The cosine theta, pi by 2 again. So the cosine is going to change sine theta. So the value is 5 by 2 minus theta is coming up in the first quadrant of the circle. So it's all values are going to be positive. So we put positive. So it's quite very interesting and it is very easy. If you study in this way, it is easy to find out any value quickly in some seconds in exams. So coming up with sine 3 pi by 2 plus theta, sine 3 pi by 2 minus theta, cosine 3 pi by 2 plus theta, sine 3 pi by 2 minus theta. So 3 pi by 2 means you just try to, as we study right now, from radian to degree, just remember what degree it is. 3 pi by 2 into 180 divided by pi, which is going to be 270 degree. So this is a 270 degree. All these are 270 degree. So it is lies in the the third, it denotes this third quadrant. So yeah, third quadrant. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is denotes here, this 270 is here. So 270 plus theta means it's going to be in the fourth quadrant somewhere. So all silver teacup. So the fourth quadrant, the cos value only is going to be positive. So sine value, if this is, so sine value is going to be negative, cos value is going to be positive. What about, it is changing the trigonometrical function for the values of pi by 2 multiples of pi by 2, like 1 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, the trigonometrical function is going to change, as I said earlier. So sine is going to change like cosine theta. Cosine is going to change sine theta. And what about this? This value 270 degree minus theta means it's going to come up in the third quadrant of the circle. So it is the tan value is only the positive, all the values are going to be negative. So all these are negative. Sorry, this is going to be cosine. So sine means cosine, cos means sine. So this is how simple is it. So this is how we can find out any values which we can do in the future.